In today's video, I'm going to show you how to take a regular round chocolate cake and turn it into a very, very easy football cake. The chocolate cake that you're seeing here is a cake that I did in a previous video. If you wish to see how I made this chocolate cake, there is a link down below this video in the description box. So this is a really simple process. What you want to do is figure out where the middle of your cake is, make a little bit of a line, and then you want to go over on each side and you want to make sure that it's equal on both sides. And then I'm just going to simply take my knife, I'm going to cut down in the middle, and another slice here. And then we're going to remove the middle piece, like that. And now we've got these two sections and we're going to simply push them together. And look what we have. A perfect football shape. Before I continue, I'm just going to bring over the middle section of the cake that we cut, because in the previous video I did promise that I would come back and show how nice this cake is inside, even though we had a little bit of depression in the middle. So I'm just going to zoom in so that we can look at this cake really close up. So I've just zoomed in to show you how nice this cake is inside. I'll just give it a little squish and you can see how moist this cake is, and very, very dark. A really, really nice cake. I'll just slice into it a little bit here. And look at that. Amazing. Of course I'm going to have to try a little piece. Oh wow. Well, that's really, really good. And that cake flour that we used in this recipe makes a very, very tender cake. So I really hope that you try this recipe out. You're going to be very, very impressed. So I'm really going to try to keep today's video really, really simple. This is more of an assembly video than an actual recipe video. You can see that we've got that really nice football shape. The next thing I'm going to do, and this is optional, I'm going to slice this down here so that we can put in some buttercream frosting in the middle. So I'll do that next. And I am using a serrated knife, which has little teeth here, and that's a good knife to use when you're cutting cake because it doesn't actually depress the cake. So we've got that side, and then we'll do the next side. Perfect. So now we're going to frost this up. So I've just whipped up some nice vanilla buttercream. If you want a recipe for this, it'll be down below the video in the description box as well. So we've got our two pieces. I've loaded my piping bag and we're ready to go. And I'm just going to quickly go around. Just going to grab my little spatula. Just even it out a little bit. That's good. And then we're going to grab our top pieces and just try to match those up really well with the bottom pieces. And our other side. And that looks good. I'm just going to get this nice. Okay, that looks good. Let's just spin it around, clean up your edges, and then we are ready to frost the top. That looks good. Nice football. Okay, on to our next step. So I have some chocolate buttercream icing here ready to go, and I'm just going to start frosting my cake. And if you want a recipe to that, I'll put a link to it below this video as well in the description box. So you basically just want to go around your whole cake. You don't have to do a perfect job, but you do want to have the tips nice and sharp and the top looking pretty smooth. But you want to make sure that it comes to sort of a dome. I think that looks pretty good. So there we have it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go around, I'll clean that up, and then we're going to get on to our next step. I've taken some more of our vanilla buttercream and I've put it into a piping bag, and I'm using an Attico 895 tip. And we're just going to make two very simple lines going from side to side. Okay. Perfect. And then another piping bag with an Attico number 7, and we're just going to make the little strings. So just on one side, very, very simple, just make yourself a string. Like that. And there we have it. And there's our little football cake. Really, really fun one today. Very fast. One thing left to do, which is totally optional. I'm going to put a little bit of grass, green grass, all the way around the side. And this is finally our last step. I have taken the same vanilla buttercream, added a little bit of Wilton green food coloring. I also have a Wilton 233 tip on the end. That's for our grass. So I've just loaded up my piping bag. I'll turn the camera so we can see. And then I'm just going to start doing my little bit of grass all the way around. So you just want to push so it sticks to the cake and then pull away. So I've just zoomed in a little bit just to show you this a little closer up. So I'll start over here. Let me just turn that a little bit more. So you just get it in there and give it a little squeeze. So what this tip is, it's just tiny holes all the way around. Sorry, where am I? So what this tip is at the end it's flat and they're just a whole pile of little holes that are creating the grass. So you just want to get in there, give a little squeeze and pull away. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue going all the way around and then I'll come back. So I'm just finishing up here. And what you can do is you can just keep going around and you can just build up a little bit more to make it a little bit thicker, but I think it looks pretty good like that. It's good enough to give you the general idea. So let me just zoom out for the last time and then we'll finish off our video. So here we are at the end of another video. My really cute football cake. Well, that looks pretty good. I really like the addition of the grass. It really makes it come to life. I could have made the chocolate a little bit darker, thinking now I probably would have made it a little bit darker. I didn't want it really dark. I wanted it to kind of look like a football. You know, that color of a football. Could have been a little bit darker. So if you're making that, you can look at your icing and just adjust it and make it a little bit darker. So that's it for this really fun video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you wish. I really do appreciate that. That's it, and I'll see you next time. I just wanted to mention that everything I made today, there's a link to it in the description box below this video. That includes the chocolate buttercream frosting, the vanilla buttercream frosting, and the delicious chocolate cake as well. I hope you check that video out. That's it, and I'll see you next time.